Hey everybody, it's James Freeman. So most of you have already heard about the shooting in Fort Worth where an officer snuck around the backside of a woman's house and then shot her through the window of her own home, killing her. Well, a lot of people don't know about this case just 2 days prior to that in Aurora, Colorado, where a very similar situation happened. There are two sides to this story, but the police refuse to release the body cam footage proving that their side of the story is true. The victim, however, alleges that police were walking around his house and that when he saw dark figures walking around, he locked his door, grabbed his gun, and went to start calling police when he was shot in the butt. I bet next time he'll think twice about that going to call the police part. Not only did the police shoot him, but they're also criminally charging him for the incident. I will leave contact information for the Aurora Police Department and the City of Aurora in the description below so that you guys can contact them and let them know that we, the public, would like to know what happened here. We'd like to see it. Police went on the night of October 10th to a home to talk with a suspect in an aggravated physical assault case. When the police arrived, they say they encountered Andrew Huff, 22, standing next to a truck outside. As officers in uniform approached the house, Huff fled indoors. He then looked out a window of a well-lit room as a responding officer waved at him, police said. The officer was certain Mr. Huff saw her and recognized her as a police officer, police said in a statement. Huff allegedly disappeared from the officer's view, then reappeared at the window with a shotgun. Officer Alexander Ord shot at Huff, striking him in the buttocks.
Then it felt like something just jumped up and bit me. It was a bullet, wasn't it? A bullet that jumped up and bit you. Oh, yes sir, bit me directly in the buttocks.
Huff did not fire the shotgun and no officers were injured. On the way to the hospital, Huff made several spontaneous utterances to include saying he just saw people approaching the house, didn't know who they were, and then got shot. Huff maintains the officers did not identify themselves before firing into his home. Huff saw someone sneaking through his yard, so he locked the door, retrieved his shotgun, and as he was looking out the window, he saw somebody move in front of the window. He turned to grab his phone and call the police and was shot in the back. Huff's lawyer said the shooting had striking similarities to the Fort Worth killing in that police shot a person in their own home with zero warning. He said the affidavit is full of omissions and inaccuracies and accused the police and district attorney of selectively leaking materials, including a single image from the body cam footage to make Huff look bad. A single still photo taken by Ord's body-worn camera shows what police say is Huff standing inside of the house holding a shotgun. We will release the body-worn camera footage when we can do so in a manner that does not impede any future court proceedings, the department said. In other words, they're going to try and hide what actually happened. Release the body cam footage. Huff faces multiple charges, including felony assault, felony menacing, and misdemeanor third-degree assault, Aurora police said. Huff had been held on a $25,000 bond. Huff, who has been released on Wednesday, plans to plead not guilty to what he called the unfounded charges. They're clearly trumped up by Aurora Police Department in order to justify their shooting one of their own citizens in the back in his own home, he said. Folks, there's a couple of things that I want to point out. First, when you are inside of a well-lit room looking out into a dark night, the reflection from the well-lit room on the windows obstructs your view quite a bit, making it so that you can pretty much only see dark shadows and not really make out anything on the outside. Second, while this does sound a lot like the case that happened recently in Fort Worth where an officer shot and killed a woman through the window of her own home, it also has an eerie similarity to what happened to Jeff Winehouse. Jeff Winehouse was legally and lawfully carrying a firearm when he was illegally and unlawfully shot by a police officer. Like this man in Colorado, Jeff Winehouse survived, and even though he never shot anybody, he too was charged with aggravated assault, simply for possessing a firearm in the presence of a police officer. The reason I started doing what I do now, trying to show and expose government corruption and misconduct, is not because I realized that government employees are human and make mistakes. It's that I realize that when they make mistakes, they rarely take accountability for their own actions. But not only do they not take accountability, they put accountability on their victims. This is absolutely disgusting, and I hope that you guys will join me Monday morning in contacting Aurora Police Department, Aurora City Hall, the mayor, and whoever else we can get in touch with about how disgusting this is and how disappointed we are. The charges need to be dropped on this victim, and they need to arrest and charge the thug that shot this man inside of his own home. If the police were in the right and have nothing to be embarrassed